Good morning, folks. Well, you're finding me here now on my first morning in the Maldives. The island I'm on is called Thulusdhoo. I think I'm completely murdering that name. It's very, very difficult to pronounce based on the spelling, so I'll put it at the bottom of the screen here. But I arrived here yesterday from speedboat from Malé. And again, very, very, very little plan, very little organisation. And the place I'm staying at currently is called, is the name on the outside? No, it's called Silk Retreat, and it's here in the town on the island, very close to the laundry service, and you've got the big tower in the corner, so that kind of gives you some idea of the location if you're looking at the map. This place is $50 a night, but I've got to change today, so I'm going to show you my room where I actually had a very, very, very good sleep yesterday. There we go. Right, so this was my abode for the evening. You would have seen it in the last video. However, just gonna give you a quick update because this bed, oh my god, heaven. That was the best sleep I've had in months. I won't lie. I think maybe because last night, you know, there's no alcohol on the island or anything. So in Sri Lanka, you know, even if I'm having a quiet day, I'll have a beer with my meal or whatever. That probably messes things up. So here on the island, no alcohol, fantastic sleep. Now, I've had to keep my things kind of tidy because the guy that runs the hotel has said that they're fully booked today. So I've got to change to a new place today, which I don't know where it is. He's going to take me. That's around 12. So for the minute, I want to go out. I'm going to get a cappuccino. I've just had my breakfast. I'll show you that here. That was very, very simple, but incredibly delicious. And so now we're going to go out, see if I can find a good place for a cappuccino. I found a place on Google that seems promising, but we are on an island, so sometimes you have to peg back, you know, your expectations. So let's go and see what it's like, and we'll go take a little walk through the streets. And then later on, we'll come back here, we'll pack up, and we'll go move to the new place, and then we'll go and explore some beaches and stuff. I've been living island life in Sri Lanka for the last few months, and so I'm pretty well accustomed to going without the shoes. So we'll go and have a little explore, see if we can get this good coffee, because I'm pretty desperate. I don't think any morning starts without a good cappuccino. You see there's a lot of development and stuff and building work going on the island. There's a huge, what I assume would be a hotel being built here. So the guy in the hotel was saying to me before that apparently it's becoming very busy with travellers now. This is traditionally a local island. So there's probably a lot of change here for people who've lived here their whole lives. And there's perhaps people coming from other parts of the Maldives as well. Excuse me, do you know the way to indulge? This way? Okay, thank you. But you see that the area around here is very rustic. You know, it's very local, and this is the kind of vibe that I really like. I wasn't coming to the Maldives for retreat life. If you want that, then those tend to be on their own island. So like the company that owns the hotel will buy the whole island, and so you don't necessarily have this same experience. Oh, I see it. Have coffee, yeah?
So our coffee machine is broken.
Oh no.
So yeah, but
Oh.
tea or cold drinks.
Do you know somewhere around here where I can get cappuccino? I just had coffee in my hotel, but I need like a good cappuccino.
Actually, I think every coffee machine like this, mechanical one,
Yeah.
is broken on the island.
Oh no.
Like already 3 cafes where the coffee machine is broken.
Okay.
Only automatic.
Devastated. Oh, can't tell you how sad that makes me now. Oh, right. Well, I did have a coffee this morning with my breakfast. It was like an instant coffee. And if you travel enough, you become accustomed to that. But it is nice to have a good cappuccino. Seems that that's not on the cards today. So let's instead go and have a little look, and we'll head down to the beach. Has been stood there for about 5 minutes trying to get a photo of that cat, trying to distract him from licking his nuts, and that's all we did the whole time. So if I got any photos, none of them are good. Right, on the beach, if you come a bit further around, there are some very, very pretty swimming spots, typical of what you would picture of the Maldives. Beautiful water, the colour is just insane. So I've just walked around here. I didn't record this bit over here because there was music playing, but here, that water, I don't know whether it looks different because I've got sunglasses on, but the colour is just unreal. You know, the beaches in Sri Lanka are nice, but I don't recall really anywhere where you find water that looks like this. It's kind of very, very pristine, you know. I think the only place where I've been to before where the water is like this is probably the Philippines. All these little shacks on the beach where you can organise tours and jet ski rides and maybe scuba diving, and perhaps that's what those boats are out in the distance over there. It's unreal. Okay, it's just so clear. One thing people have said to me about the Maldives is that you've kind of got to get used to not doing much at all. You know, it's a place to relax, just kind of lays by the beach. And you know, I'm someone who likes to explore, likes to get on my feet and wander around, and so that might be the biggest challenge for here, I think. I'm not a person who can just sit on the beach all day. Although, when it's like this, it's absolutely beautiful. So the views here are special, and if you've got money and you can go and do the excursions, then certainly it's a place where you could spend some solid time. But if you're like me and you like adventuring and wandering around, you know, my sense at the moment, just on my first full day, is that probably a few days here would be enough before I would at least need to change islands anyway. So there's definitely a lot of work going on this island. You can see where they're building these. I don't know whether they're to mark the land or whether they're for boats or whether they're actually just to protect the land, because the Maldives is probably one of the most at-risk places in the world for climate change in terms of the sea level rising. There's something going on. I don't know whether that's a sandbank or whether they're artificially making that out there. This deck is huge as well. Yeah, like I think the highest point in the Maldives is literally just a few meters. So any kind of sea level rise, there'll be big problems in this country. So I imagine there's probably a lot of work like this going on all over the place. The guy did say to me, Nuwara said to me yesterday, that the rainy season went on way longer than usual here. And just last week, the main street that we were walking through was 5 feet deep in water. He said it drained very quickly, and you know, it's all sand. But blimey, you know, the weather here impacts it big time. You can't help it. If you see water like this, it just makes you just instantly feel good. Look at the colour, what it is like to be a human sometimes, don't you think? It's just actually so simple how blue water, blue clear water, bird flying, blue clear water. I've said that 5 times now, shut up playing. But how water like this can just make you feel, yeah, it just makes you feel good. That's why people come to the Maldives, I suppose. Yeah, so there's that island I was pointing out, the cabanas. To be honest with you, it doesn't really appeal to me. You're kind of sandwiched in, and all right, maybe your room is quite luxurious and you can drink on the island and stuff, but to me, I don't see the value in paying 500 or even more. You know, I'm sure some of these little resorts are probably extremely way more expensive than that. For me, I'm very, very happy with my little $50 a night place. You know, I'm getting the same views as everyone else. I'm getting a very comfortable night's sleep. I'm getting good breakfast, good lunch. What more could you possibly want? All right. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of luxury, but I don't see, you know, the added value. If it was $100 a night, all right, you'd have an argument. But for me, when you're talking $500 or $1,000 a night, it doesn't do it for me. It just keeps going. Wow. You catch that here?
Yeah.
Wow. Fish in the water here are huge. So many of them. All those black marks that you can see at the water, they're all fish. The colour of the water here is just amazing. Look how clear it is all the way. And then in the water here, you've got these really bright, colourful fish. Like, I think that one there, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a marine biologist or anything, but maybe that's a parrotfish, I think. The colours on it are just unreal. It stands out so much. And there was a turtle here a minute ago as well, so it's probably still floating around somewhere. But as the water drops off and gets deeper here, you can see the change in colour, but it's still so like vibrant. And you can just see in the water floating around here, there are so many fish. They're all just like popping up to the surface. So the marine life around here must be just like spectacular. I think to go snorkeling here, I don't think you can come to the Maldives and not do it. I'm not a huge water person, I won't lie. However, just look at the life in the water. It's just everywhere. Literally everywhere you look, there's so many fish here. In fact, the more I look, the more I see. It's unreal. He's just doing a bit of snorkeling. He's come to check out the fishies on the local reef. Going on, buddy? I'm proper buzzing right now. I'm so happy. Literally, like, you know, I walked around the beach there and there's a bit of a construction site, and then I come here now. Oh, wow. I just saw a turtle, saw lots of colourful fish. The water is like pristine. Life doesn't really get much better, does it? You know, I've got all my my friends and my family, and when I told them I was coming to the Maldives, they were all like, oh, you know, so jealous. It's like number 1 or number 2 on my list. And for me, like, it was never really like a priority. You know, I always saw it as more of a luxury destination, and, you know, perhaps somewhere that maybe I would come in the future, but wasn't like my immediate, you know, wasn't my priority. But now that I'm here, just like particularly in this spot, right by this water, I get it. I do get it. I've never been anywhere in the world where I've seen fish like I have here, and I'm not even in the water, you know. I'm just buzzing. I'm so happy. Look at this. I can't come away from this spot. Like, to pull myself away from here, oh, breathtaking. Breathtaking, Wayne. I know when I'm like getting in my flow again, I start speaking differently, you know. You're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. I haven't done this for a long time. I'm talking like, my face this way because the sun's better on my face. I haven't done this now for months and months and months. So my last video was in Sri Lanka, and that was recorded, well, maybe like June last year. After that, then I went to Europe for 3.5 months. I spent, you know, most of that in Spain and then a little bit in England. Then I flew back out to Sri Lanka, kind of just by accident, really. It wasn't my plan, but it just worked out the best way in terms of flights. And then, yeah, I expected to be there for a few weeks, maybe a month maximum. Probably then worked my way back up to Nepal. And yeah, I just got comfy. I made a group of friends and had a really fantastic time. But I haven't done this, I haven't made videos, I haven't explored a new country for a very long time now. So bear with me, these will get better. I'll get back into my flow, and, you know, I'll find my rhythm and my way of talking and whatever. But just stick with me for the minute and we'll continue this adventure. For the minute, beautiful Maldives. Feeling such a natural high right now. You know, you have a a beer or whatever, and yeah, you feel good. There's no denying it. But things like this, does anything really beat the kind of like the serotonin or the dopamine rush or whatever it is that you get that just makes you feel good, you know? Like, it's different. It's not a temporary thing, it's something that kind of gets inside you, you know? I think that's why we love to travel so much, you know? These things, they affect you way more permanently. You know, once you've seen something like this, you'll never be the same. As for now, I'm pretty close to the time that I need to be back at my hotel to change. So I figure, let's go back, let's get that sorted, and then we can carry on the day. I'm craving a coffee though, I won't lie, I might have to go back on the instant. Over here, just whilst I'm here actually, if you see that Coca-Cola sign, maybe you don't on the GoPro, it's probably too small. But I think this is the only place in the Maldives where there's a Coca-Cola bottling plant. So you can actually do tours of there. Whether that's any interesting or not, I'm not sure, but we can have a look another time. For the minute, let's head back. So you really get the sense on this island so far that it is very local, and to me that is perfect. I don't want to feel like I'm at a resort, you know. I kind of like to see obviously the beauty, and you know, you come to a tropical paradise to see the tropical paradise, but I like to see normal life as well. And on this island, you know, you've got these kind of wide streets that pass through. It's very like organized, and it's in like blocks, so it's easy to find your way around, and it's very colourful as well. I mean, look, like all the bright colours with the walls painted, and yeah, it's very pretty. It's actually it's got a lot of charm, you know. Very much enjoying being here. The people are certainly a lot more reserved and a lot more shy than what they are in Sri Lanka, so that kind of is a little bit of an adjustment. I have heard from other travellers that they didn't really like the vibe here, but again, I take that with a pinch of salt. I think it's very easy to confuse being reserved and being shy with being rude. I don't really get the sense that people here are rude. I just think that they just like to keep themselves to themselves, and they're very kind of modest, you know. So no, it's very nice. It's a very nice place to be. Right, I'm en route to the new place. As you can see, I've got a mode of transport at the moment. Oh, the camera's all over the place. Hold on. I think we're here already. Oh, brakes don't work. Okay. Let's see it. Okay. This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sweating now.
It's very nearby our another guest house.
Okay.
This is also our another guest house.
Okay. We are in abode number 2. So, this is not very comfortable. Let's get rid of that. Right, so this is my second place here now on the island. The place I had yesterday was fully booked, so he's moved me to this one. It's the same price, $50 US, which is 40 British pounds. Seems to be kind of like the going rate for the most budget-friendly places here on the island. So around $50 US is kind of the cheapest you'll get. But the accommodation is good. You know, the bed is comfortable, bathroom is nice, the room is clean. We've got good working air conditioning. So I just need to get the Wi-Fi, and then we're all set. So now I'm in the new room, we can head back out. I need some water. I would love a coffee, and yeah, let's do some more exploring. Well, I found some sports pitches here. There's a nice football pitch here. It would be quite good to have a little game of football there with the local kids or something, so maybe later on I'll come down here. That's a nice little pitch. The plan right now is to head to somewhere called Bikini Beach, but there's two. So there's one down that part of the island, which for reference makes no sense right now because even I don't know where I am. And then there's another one right down the other end. My thinking for going down there is purely and simply I haven't been down that part of the island yet. But it's very hot. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's scorching hot. It's way hotter than what it's been in Sri Lanka. So I'm struggling a little bit now. I've not eaten any lunch either, so maybe on the way we'll get some snacks. This area here on the island seems to be kind of the most populated in terms of like where people live and businesses and stuff. This area of the island, I don't know why it's completely empty. Yeah, I don't know, but apparently the other beach that's nice is right over this other end. Doesn't seem to be any pathways though on the map, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find our way or not, but we'll go and explore and we'll have a little look and see if we can make our way over to that part of the island. But yeah, very, very pretty, you know. I love places like this where they paint all the buildings bright colours, you know, it has a lot of personality. It's one thing that you don't get so much in Europe, let's say. You know, here, a nice, looks like a school. Yeah, a lot of the places in Europe, you know, they're designed not to stand out. You know, they've got to fit in with the surroundings, and the buildings have got to be a certain style. And, you know, if you wanted to paint your house a bright, wacky colour, I'm sure your neighbours would protest, and the local council would be coming to say you're not allowed to do that. You know, places like here, very pretty. The walls are blue and they're green and they're pink and yellow, and I love it. Your coffee machine works?
Yeah.
Oh. Say that again, sorry?
American bar 2000 cappuccino.
You have cappuccino, yeah?
This is a
Okay, how much is your cappuccino?
40.
How much? 40?
40.
Okay, perfect.
Like this Maldivian sorry.
Huh?
Maldivian sorry.
What is it?
Yeah. This is coconut and some fish and rice.
Okay,
Some coconut and fish and kawab.
okay.
Fish and kawab.
And these ones here are what is sweet?
No. Very, very spicy cake.
Spicy cake?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
This
Can I try a piece of that then as well, the spicy one? Yeah, perfect. Oh,
It's all fish.
okay.
Tuna fish.
Let's see. It looks nice. Mm. Yeah, it's nice.
Tuna.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. That's it.
Down.
Thank you. There's like tuna in there. It's like maybe like rice, or I don't know what that is. There's definitely fish in there, and it's definitely spicy, and it's really good. I really like that. Like a spicy cake, spicy fishy cake. I'm very happy to have coffee as well. Finally, it's 2:10, 2:15 in the afternoon, and finally got a coffee. Hello. That's naughty. Don't do that. I've seen kids doing that as well in Sri Lanka, and I've no idea whether they actually know what that means, or perhaps here it has a different meaning. Maybe they just see it in movies or on TV or something, I don't know. You know, funny the way things work around the world. But when I was in Sri Lanka, I was driving to Eliya, and I was going through some, oh, where am I here? I was going through some little local village, and all the kids come running out, and they were all sticking the middle finger up at me. But maybe they think it's like, you know, sticking the thumb up, I don't know. Right, ATM. Right, this is important. So if you're coming to the island, I was a little bit concerned if there was going to be an ATM. So Bank of Maldives, ATM here. Where the location is, I'm not sure. But for reference, the Coca-Cola plant is over there. So that's good to know that I can at least get cash. Because I was a little bit concerned. I only got a little bit of money out at the ATM at the airport. I have a hard time paying for things if you don't have money, you know. I don't know what these little things are here. Or they catch the fish and then put them in there, or it's for crabs or something, I don't know. You are fishing?
No, they are fishing, I am watching.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. You catch fish? Well, they catch fish here?
I think it's still not catch.
No catch.
Try.
Big fish here though, yeah? I walk on the jetty before and big fish.
Hey, this is shark, brother.
Yeah.
You know shark?
Shark, yeah?
Yeah, shark and madu.
Okay.
But madu and shark catching prohibited Maldives.
Not allowed. Okay. Yeah, when I was over here before, a man catch a big, I think eel, like more yellow color, very big, like this big. But yeah,
big one is shark. Shark can't catch it.
Yeah. If you catch shark, you have to put back in the water. You have to be careful with your fingers now.
Hey, you see, this is a reef fish.
Ah, yeah.
Reef fish.
Are these the ones they are trying to catch or no?
No, they are eating.
They will eat these, yeah?
Yeah, they will eat it. I am Sri Lankan.
I just came from Sri Lanka. Where are you from in Sri Lanka?
I am near Kandy.
Okay, I've been to Kandy.
Yeah. You went to Elephant Orphanage in Pinnawala?
No, I've not been there, but I know where it is, yeah, Pinnawala.
Yeah, Pinnawala is my home near that place.
Okay, but you live in Maldives now?
No, I am working here.
Okay, but you go back to Sri Lanka or? When was your last time back in Sri Lanka?
Now I am 10 months.
10 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
I am engineer water project in this island.
So you stay on this island, or do you move? Do you change islands or?
No, all island.
Okay.
We purify water using borehole and then give the whole houses. But it's still ongoing project.
So you use like a desalination?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So the drinking water comes from the sea?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Are you liking the Maldives?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's addicted.
Yeah. Yeah, I never seen water like this before, you know?
It's very nice. Hey, you go Dream Beach, you know?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to walk to now, yeah.
You go, you swimming.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bring my swimming shorts, so I make mistake, you know? I didn't see they caught these ones. That's a big one. Got another one there as well. This one is from here? He's big, yeah? Don't think they were too excited about me disturbing their fishing. I was probably being too much of a noise for them, and distraction. You know, when you go fishing in the likes of the UK, people want to be very quiet because the noise disturbs the fish. I don't know whether it's the same here, but don't think they were too fussed about having me around. It's interesting to see though, and the Sri Lankan guy was really nice. So onwards, and let's go find this green beach. It's a weird thing to see on this island as well, that the island is very small. I don't know how it is compared to other Maldives islands, but you know, you see here I'm walking it by foot, yet there's cars and obviously lots of bikes. I wonder if people maybe you can move between the islands with your vehicle. Obviously with the scooter is probably very easy, but the car seems a little bit overkill. maybe for moving like goods if you're taking things to your shop or something, I don't know. Or maybe the island is just a lot bigger than what I'm realizing. But yeah, you know, to be driving around seems kind of lazy, but it's very hot. Maybe people just want to ride in style. I'm being pretty careful where I walk because I've seen a few pieces of glass, and unsurprisingly I've had a few accidents with my feet recently. I had some pretty bad cuts in Sri Lanka. I've not learnt my lesson, as is evidenced here. What the heck's happened to this one? That's had a fire on it, hasn't it? What's the purpose of that? Looks like a pretty bad fire as well. I wonder whether that was intentional or not. Well, I think we're going to be in for some pretty amazing views here, so let's get ready. Oh wow. Wow. Oh wow. Sugar. Whew. Now if that's not the Maldives that you expect to see, I don't know what is. Crikey. Oh. It's not what you expect to see here at all, you know, walking through that industrial zone and then finding this, like the most clear, perfect blue water. And obviously then it just tails off and goes darker here where it must get deeper. Oh, it's beautiful. Right, so undoubtedly, Green Beach is my recommendation for this island, because this is spectacular. This is probably one of the nicest beaches. I mean, if you ignore the whole industrial area over there, but just look at the water and the sand. I mean, the sand is, look at that, super soft. Beautiful, beautiful beach. The in the water here, it's just sand. So there's no rocks or any sharp bits or anything like that, and it's just picture perfect. I've already been asked by about 10 people for photos, so as soon as people see you with a camera, they take it as you're the professional. So hopefully everyone's photos turned out nice. Just a shame I can't really get any of my own. I should have brought my swimming trunks as well, but all the more excuse to come back here tomorrow. So a little look up here, and then we'll come back and I'll enjoy the rest of my day here. Apparently around here as well there's a sunset point, so that'll be nice. So I may leave it here. I may be back with you in a minute. I'm feeling pretty foolish right now. It sounds really dumb to say that I wasn't expecting to find such a beautiful beach, considering I'm on a tropical island in the Maldives. Yeah, saying it out loud sounds like the dumbest thing anyone's ever said in the history of the world. So to have not come out in swimming shorts is a bit dumb, don't you think? Because how much I would love to just go and have a swim over there now. And I'm filming with the GoPro, you know? So I could take the camera in the water, but you live and learn, or in my case you don't. Hence the no shoes and multiple cuts. But we'll come back tomorrow and we'll go for a swim in the water. Ideally I'd like to arrange a snorkeling trip as well. Whether that will be tomorrow or whether tomorrow will just be a full beach day, I don't really know. Maybe tomorrow I won't do anything. Maybe I'll just go out and take some photos, but we'll see. So I'm heading down here now to what is the the sunset point apparently, but the problem is we're 2 hours away from sunset, or an hour and a half, so it might be a little bit of a wait down here. We'll see. There's lots of fish in here as well. Look at the fish running out. Don't you bite me, you little sod. You get some fish that are like really territorial over the houses, you know, and they're not afraid to come out and give you a nip. That one seemed to be wanting to chase me away, and he did a good job of it. I got bitten by a fish in the Philippines one time. I think it was in Coron, and they can be surprisingly painful little buggers. So yeah, we made that no problem. I see a few people dotted in the water over there, so I don't know if there's another beach or they're actually on jet skis. But this is, it's very beautiful here. The other side of the island is where all the hotels and guest houses are, but this side of the island, obviously with very little development, is way more beautiful. The beach is completely untouched, you see. Couple of buildings here dotted about, but other than that it's pristine. So we've got maybe an hour and a half until the sunset now. I'm not going to stick around here. I feel like I need to keep moving, you know. But the beach here is, yeah, it's very beautiful. It's actually pretty well clean, you know. There's a few bits, but that's obviously to be expected. The beach is very nice, the sand is soft, and you see there are no people around. There's some kind of old abandoned building over there, so there's a few little spots to sit. And yeah, as with the rest of the island, the water is perfect. So this sort of point just past Green Beach, very nice. I'm gonna head back into the town now, see if I can get myself a little drink, maybe something to eat, and then probably come out for the sunset, try and catch it from this part of the island. This part of the island is facing west, so this should be where we get to see it the best. And then I'm going to take up the advice of the Sri Lankan guy before, who said that around 8 PM, 9 PM at the jetty apparently you can see sharks. I can imagine that's true, but whether we'll actually be able to see them because it will be dark is another matter. But I'm going to go and have a look anyway, so for the minute I'm going to leave it here, and hopefully I'll catch some footage of the sunset. So if I do, I'll bring that in now for you. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.